is Yord Chanasuk Kwebang Kolem. 15 years of age, 174 centimeters tall, with an official weight of 109.8 pounds, with a fight record of 29 fights to his record. And of course, Sanek Ratchapum, 19 years of age, 170 centimeters tall, with an official weight of 110.6 pounds.
Masters at their best.
And it's a pretty typical fighting style of gentlemen from the northeast, with Sanek coming from Ubon Ratchathani and Yord Chanasuk coming from Maha Sarkam. The Muay Khao style is pretty typical of northeastern fighters. They rely on a lot of grit and determination. You know, typically in Thailand, that's where a lot of the rice farmers come from, and it's a pretty hard life up there. So Muay Thai is a great opportunity for them to, you know, break that cycle of hardship and, you know, display their tenacity in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, it's a testament to their lifestyle. True grit, working harder than maybe the average person to get where they are right now. And it's very interesting because that's why combat sports is so beautiful, because there's a different style for different areas. Every country has their own style, but interestingly in Thailand, different cities, different areas have a different style of Muay Thai, which is why it's very entertaining when you get somebody from the north fighting against somebody in the south. We'll see something different. Anyways, the action has begun right now, and we've already seen a beautiful teep to send his opponent to the back of the ropes. Now, typically in these first rounds of 5-round Muay Thai, it is a slower pace in the first round. They're just trying to get as much information on one another. So although it looks like not much is going on, there's a lot of small details going into what they're doing. There's a lot of flinches, there's a lot of feints, and they're sending those kicks upstairs just to see their opponent's reactions.
It's almost as if they would be downloading the information, would you rather?
Yeah, you know, as you like to say, Joe, downloading the information, but then upgrading the software in between the rounds. And that's why having a good corner is so important as well, because you might be able to see something that your fighter's not able to see as well, and you can tell them how to adjust. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're throwing a lot of teeps, but they're not engaging too much. They're not risking it all just yet. But we've got a very classic southpaw against an orthodox, and those are my favorite matchups because it is a real chess match of the footwork.
That's 100% right. You know, often with a southpaw, you need to move on the outside of their leg out of the kicking range, because they'll send that left power kick straight up onto the arms and take out your punching power. So you need to move on the outside of their lead leg.
Yeah, and you can see that's what they're doing as well. Ever so slightly, they're just stepping to either their left or their right, just trying to get that lead leg on the outside before they send that big kick or that big backhand. Anyways, that is the end of round number 1. We are scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Don't go anywhere, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Composed. As we like to say, the first round is just about gathering the information.
All right, ladies, we are back for the second round. Scheduled for 5 in the red, Yord Chanasuk, and in the blue, it is Sanek. Do not let that visual confuse you. There's just been a name change. As we've already mentioned, this fighter took this fight on 3 days' notice, so that is a different person in the ring. A very nice start for both of these fighters, both using their teeth very nicely.
And of course, upcoming is Singh Isan taking on Yord Payak at 111 pounds. So make sure to stay for that one, bout number 2. But here we are back in center ring. You can just see Sanek just touching the glove of Yord Chanasuk, trying to measure the distance to throw off the kick. But Yord Chanasuk just doing such a great job of shutting down the rhythm, going for that back leg there.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the best way to describe it. Just using that teep. Every time Sanek tries to get something going, Yord Chanasuk just sends out a jab or a teep. And you just saw a nice jab followed up by a lead uppercut. A very nice move for a southpaw against an orthodox.
And he's doing just it at the right tempo to disrupt the rhythm of Sanek. Doing a fantastic job of just any time you can see Sanek try to twitch to move in, pushes off with his own attack, whether it be a teep or just a stiff little jab to disrupt that tempo of Yord Chanasuk. Beautiful work there by the blue corner. By the red corner, sorry, Yord Chanasuk.
And interestingly, as we've always mentioned, a beautiful elbow landed by Yord Chanasuk as we were chatting. Usually when we know that both of these fighters like to use their knees, they're a Muay Thai fighter, in the first round or the first 2 rounds, we don't often see him engage in the clinch until the later round. So it's more of a wear and tear and then really go to town. But as we say it, Joe, we start seeing the knee warfare come alive.
Well, that could just be one of those cases where they're trying to test out the clinch and see what the other one has. But they're playing the long game very nicely here in center ring. Goes for the body, follows up with the rear teep there from Yord Chanasuk. As he moves in, Sanek takes some damage on the way in again. He's got to be careful as he moves in. Throws the left elbow off the lead, follows up with the right up top. Beautiful work there by Sanek.
Yord Chanasuk doing exactly what he needs to do as the taller fighter. Keep those teeps going. Keep your fighter on the outside of your punches, and a beautiful sweep there as well. Sanek just trying to close the distance, but being very aggressive, and a nice sweep as well.
And a reply from Sanek as well. Tit for tat on the points table. Really trying to give it to each other and not leave it to the judges. That is the end of round 2. We'll be back in just a moment. Make sure to stay with us for more. As we just saw Sanek in that last visual dumping Yord Chanasuk, but that third round, even a piece in my eyes. Here we are for round 3. 50-50 in the clinch. Bicep control there from Yord Chanasuk as Sanek tries to gain side control, but now Yord Chanasuk nullifies that with that inside knee block. Beautiful work.
A very nice start for the third round. I'm expecting to see a little bit more clinch work from both of these fighters, as both of them are now clinching and firing knees to the solar plex to try and slow one another down. So they've already tested the waters. They're now starting to put the pieces together.
And this is one of those things in Muay Thai. The clinch is absolutely integral to the sport. The art of 8 limbs. A beautiful part of the close quarter combat. Here we are on the outside as Sanek rushes in and pushes the chin of Yord Chanasuk as he delivers those punishing, stabbing knees right through the solar plexus of Yord Chanasuk.
Beautiful work by both of these fighters, and both really putting on a show for the audience as well. Both fighters back in central ring, but they engage in a clinch once again. And you can see Sanek just delivering some nice knees to the side, and a nice elbow to finish the action as well.
Yeah, that was a great elbow to finish that last clinch exchange, but we're back into the action against the ropes here. Both fighters trying to find the right position as Yord Chanasuk gives him the old Gordon Ramsay slice and dice through the middle. He's pulled out all the knives with those elbows and trying to take him to the ground.
Sanek had a great moment there where he was taking a lot of shots, but then just nullified the action with a clinch. But Yord Chanasuk has done a great job of sending elbows and knees during the clinch as he puts him through the ropes and sends a beautiful elbow to the middle.
And you could see there just a moment ago in that last exchange, Yord Chanasuk had the upper hand, breaking the posture of Sanek. A very, very dominant position to be in. But, Sanek has him now, though Yord Chanasuk has that hand pushed over and breaking his posture again. Very contentious position to be put in.
Sanek doing a great job to stay aggressive. Yord Chanasuk has to be worried that the fact that Sanek has taken every best elbow and every knee to the body and is still coming forward. But there we see Yord Chanasuk show us exactly why he's the Muay Thai fighter in this fight, sending beautiful knees to the middle.
Could this be a battle of the conditioning? Who has the better midsection? Who has the washboard abs to save the day? It's knee for knee, elbow for elbow at this point. Whoa! That is the end of round 3, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you stay for the next round of action. We've got 2 more to go. We'll be back in just a moment.
Well put, Joe. Thank you for that as well. And you saw those knees just stabbing through, and then when he nullified it, he sent an elbow over the top, and we see a welt on Sanek's cheekbone. So this is round number 4. Yord Chanasuk in the red, Sanek in the blue. It has been a war so far. On my unofficial scorecard, I do have Yord Chanasuk up.
Yord Chanasuk, takes a big knee to give a big left kick back. Now we're in bicep control here with Sanek struggling to get the position as Yord Chanasuk sends that stabbing knee through, but Sanek still fighting, still holding on with that huge lion heart of his, copping a stabbing knee straight to the sternum.
Yes, Sanek knows he came in as the underdog. He hasn't had the same chance to actually train for this fight, but Yord Chanasuk is doing a fantastic job of just constantly pushing the pace and really testing Sanek's fitness level as well. But Sanek has stayed in there. He is not laying down. Both fighters right now are in the clinch just sending knees, but it looks like Yord Chanasuk is having the upper hand here.
Well, it's a huge testament to the heart of Sanek here, taking this fight on 3 days' notice, but still being in there in the 4th round with all the damage that he's taken from the sharp, piercing knees of Yord Chanasuk, and then gets dumped to the canvas.
The timing of Yord Chanasuk has been absolutely fantastic. Both fighters are now in the center of the ring, but Yord Chanasuk comes up alive with that knee to the midsection.
Big stabbing knees, knee for knee right here in center ring, relying on the ropes of distance.
Yord Chanasuk looks like he's getting tired as well. Has he given it everything to Sanek? And Sanek is still coming forward. It's like having a nightmare where you're punching in a dream. You hit them as hard as you possibly can, yet they're still in front of you. Sanek has got the heart of a lion, that is for sure.
And it could be a battle who has the better conditioning in this one. Just as I mentioned before, who's got the better abs? Who's got the better midsection? Who can take the most punishment but fire back? That's what we're seeing here in round 4.
We know one thing for sure, Joe. You would not win that one with the best midsection. Those abs are hidden behind lots of layers. Both fighters are now in the clinch. The referee pries them apart. What an exciting 4th round, and a beautiful elbow for Sanek over the top.
As iron sharps iron, but you wouldn't know anything about iron because it's low in your blood count. Here we are, back in center ring, catches the kick, tries to dump him, stabs the knee through there.
Wow.
What a round, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in just a moment. First couple of rounds, I thought Yord Chanasuk really took it away from me, but the resilience that Sanek has been showing, the showcase of absolute resilience, which you know nothing about, but marches forward with ferocious temper, trying to take out Yord Chanasuk here, slips the arm through, throws a short little elbow.
So we are in round number 5, the final round, scheduled for the final 3 minutes. Yord Chanasuk takes on Sanek, and Sanek is now marching forward, just trying to do anything he can to try and break the rhythm of Yord Chanasuk, but I think Yord Chanasuk is just too intelligent on that back foot.
Beautiful defense there by Yord Chanasuk, protecting his points, so perhaps he thinks he has it, as Sanek looks like he's getting a bit desperate here, trying to find something out of the magic hat. Nearly dumps him with that plow.
He was whipping those kicks in as well, just sending the kicks in straight to the body of Sanek, so just timing his kicks perfectly in these later rounds, and that is usually the case of who wins it as well, who can perform the best in the 5th and final round, as Sanek now tries to engage into the clinch, but the referee has had enough and he pries him apart back in central ring.
Oh, beautiful kick there by Sanek to reply with the right hand over the top, but Yord Chanasuk still on the back foot, just keeping that leg. Smart work by the man in red as he tries to take the back of Sanek.
Yeah, beautiful to see the teep just being applied to the hips and to the thighs, just really breaking the movement and the walking speed of Sanek, but to me, it almost looks like Sanek is not allowing that to slow him down. He's coming forward, he's not giving up, and he's really taking this fight to Yord Chanasuk.
He's definitely hit the NOS button here because he's in turbo mode, just trying to march Yord Chanasuk down in the pocket. But Yord Chanasuk not having it, just trying to run down that clock with the veteran move of protecting points.
Interestingly, a veteran move. He's only 15 years of age and he is boxing beautifully for someone who is 15. Incredibly smart, a high ring IQ, What an absolute beast of a fighter he is for his age.
Absolutely, I would agree with that, and it's rare that I agree with you, but Yord Chanasuk doing such an amazing job of protecting those points as he explodes in and just shuts down the action by holding on to Sarnek. Sarnek on the march of desperation here, like Danny Boy. That is the end of round 5. So we'll go and have a look at the judges' scorecards in just a moment as the referee goes and collects them from our 3 judges.
A beautiful fight, a fantastic pace. You know, after round 1, it was really just go, go, go. And we're going to see in just a moment who's won that fight. Let us know in the comments, how do you think that fight went? What do you feel? And it looks like the red corner has taken the victory. Yord Chanasuk has taken it. Beautiful work, back foot fighting, controlled the clinch perfectly, and was just teeping his opponent.